Starting an AI agency might be the best thing you can do right now. Picture this. In the next years, everyone is gonna continue to be jumping on the AI wave. AI isn't going anywhere, and it's only getting more and more relevancy in our lives, both personal and for businesses. Building a reputation and an AI agency right now that knows how to build solutions and solve problems, it is gonna be the biggest opportunity, and I believe that 100%. I have done that, and I built my own AI agency here in Dubai. And this video is going to be about the things I wish I knew when I started, some of the misconceptions I had, things I learned, and subsequently things that is going to be super beneficial for you who want to start an AI agency or who is just in the beginning. Because a lot of the gurus out there on YouTube aren't giving you the full picture, and that's 100%. But we all have our different path and journey, and here is mine. So let me begin right now with that. So first thing that I wish I knew when getting started with N8N is that getting a retainer for a client isn't as easy as it sounds. You should understand that if you build an automation, one automation that solves one thing, I think at best you can expect that it will be around half of what a actual full-time role and position would be. Imagine this. Imagine you build a super comprehensive email outreach automation, right? And previously companies would then have to hire an email copywriter, right? Now you're writing the copy automatically and you're reaching out automatically. So, for that role, it depends, of course, niche and company, but a usual pay sort of salary for that would be $2,000. It depends where you are, but like an average. Of course, some niches have much more, but average $2,000. And then that would be the best case. If you're able to get $2,000 for an AI automation every month, you're very well off. In reality, they are thinking that they can pay a one-time fee for that and then save all the rest of the monthly costs, so they don't have to pay for their role. Because why would they have to get an AI automation for $2,000 a month when it's the same as having a person for $2,000 a month, right? And here's where there are different trade-offs. So in reality, how this usually looks out, and again, it depends which niche, but in reality, you will be able to get very much easier a client for 2K one-time payment, and then a much lower retainer, if not free, or at least platform costs. So for my side, I experienced this. I think that getting retainers at around $500 have been much easier, and I was expecting that I could get 2K for each workflow and just build $1 million company, and that's not the case. These companies are coming in with AI and automation with the expectation that they're going to save money, right, and optimize efficiency. And so that's sort of where you need to position yourself. So this is some of the experience I had, but keep in mind it depends which niche and platform. If you reach out to people from, for example, LinkedIn and find traditional companies, then they would probably be more willing to pay retainer. And then, of course, platforms like Fiverr and Upwork and stuff like that, these people look for quick money and are not going to pay retainer. So it depends which platform. And this is something I've learned the hard way. The second thing is that we come in as AI agency builders, AI automation experts, and we think that we will be building all the time. And yeah, that's definitely true. But actually, the real truth is that in order to run a sustainable business, you are going to spend at least 50% of your time in marketing. And this is the same for everything, whether it's AI apps or AI automation, but you are going to spend 50% of your time doing outreach. And this is the boring job. This is things you didn't really expect, right? But that's the truth. So if you have an agency, maybe you have a partner, then you're now splitting the responsibilities and this becomes a bit more sustainable. But in reality, you should expect that you're spending at least 3 hours every day reaching out to people. Even, you shouldn't rely 100% on automations because people, they will have very low response rates and people can see that these are automation, they can see the difference between a personalized real email and an automation. But in reality, you're going to spend most time on this. And so you need to keep the mindset, correct, that if you want to do this, if you are doing this, if you're serious, you're going to be spending time on writing emails, on reaching out to customers, managing relationships, talking to people, going out, taking your face out there and really pushing it all in. Because if you don't going to go all in, and if you don't have this expectation, you're going to get a reality shock and find it very hard. And so this is, again, another thing I experienced myself. And this has been, quite challenging, but, I'm getting the hang of it. So I have a partner actually, and we have split roles. And this is another, the third thing, that as a business where you want to run something sustainable, you want to be differentiating roles. So I think that it's very smart to find a partner, and it's very smart to find someone that either focuses on the selling and marketing, where another focuses on fulfillment and actual making AI automation. If you can do this, you're going to get way ahead of most of the other AI automation people. And this is a big tip that I have for you guys, and something that I have done. The fourth thing I would say is that, once you start building a lot of different solutions for people, now you're going to be sitting at, for example, 100 workflows and a lot of skills. And if you don't define your niche and focus only on one thing, you're going to now sit on so much stuff that you don't really know what to do with. And also you will find it very hard to choose later, because now you have so many different valuable workflows, and which are you going to go with? And you feel that if you choose one thing, you're limiting yourself. But in reality, you aren't limiting yourself. You are specializing. And so finding a niche and getting a reputation within that niche is very, very important. I think you should even not care about building other automation workflows. Don't think about it. Don't learn other AI automation workflows. Whatever you have found a niche, and if it relates to your past experience, that is even better. Once you have found a niche and like some aspect of AI automation, focus only on that and become super good at it, because you will have success in much higher degree, and will be able to serve your clients much better, and even talk better, even have more confidence. Because if you, for example, reaching out to one client and another, and you have experience in something completely different, you're not going to be able to sell, right? So it's very, very important that you specialize. And again, people are talking about niche all the time, but for us as AI automation builders, where we can literally build anything in the world, it is very important that we do this. You will eliminate competition, you will focus, get recognition in one thing, specialize in one thing, get better, get more confident, learn more, build better systems. It's just a compound win. And even I am even struggling in this, because I built many different solutions, and now it's like, which one should I choose, and you still want to be able to get money from the other things, but you also want to scale, and in efforts to scale, you have to focus on which area, right, you're going to capture. So this is the fourth thing, which I really think is the case. The fifth thing, and I'm going to leave the video in this, is that you're going to be you have to be very good at selling and very confident. You have to understand the niche and the area of the client and what they want, because you are building solutions that are replacing business processes, and you need to understand the business and the process and what's going on and why they want to do it, and the benefits. And you need to be clearly defining the benefits, and you need to be so confident that you have to change their mind. You have to, and I know this is hard, because if you're coming in without so much experience or without so much case studies or testimonials, you're going to be like feeling like you're lying, right? But that's not the case. Of course, this is something that happens step by step. That's why I advise many people to get free case studies first and testimonials. But once you do that and get the experience, and at least like in general, this will come then naturally. But again, it's so important that whether that happens naturally or no, you have to just force that confidence, be bold. When you have an AI automation that for example, let's just say AI voice agents, and you're talking to a client that may want it, you should talk about how this will change their entire business, and you should focus on the key value points. And I know this is hard when you talk to a client and you don't want to sound too pushy. And again, you don't want to sound too pushy. You should still keep in mind that this is the only way you are going to sell. You have to be like a hunter. You have to go in there with full confidence, and don't think, if you're not able to deliver now, they're going to be mad at you after. That's much better than you not landing this client. And I've had this myself as an issue, and we're all working on this. If you like these tips, this is some personal experiences I've had over the months and years working with AI automation. I want to also share that I just opened the Skool community for free right now, and we are looking to close between 100-200 members before we're gonna cap it with a price. And this now Skool community is gonna have weekly calls where we're gonna go through our wins, successes, and share stuff, build together. We're gonna build stuff, we're gonna share value. I'm gonna share my own experiences and how I have succeeded, and also hear your problems and pain points. In addition, there are over 200 workflows in the Skool community. There are loads of resources, and best of all, we are going to be expanding much more resources on how to build AI apps and scale those so that we can actually, start earning money on software and real powerful solutions. So if you like that, join the Skool community. Link will be below, and I will see you in the next video.